things reviewed! Yeah, woo! On today's episode, I decided to destroy my bowels and give you guys what you guys wanted to see, grilled cheese. That's right, we're gonna be reviewing grilled cheese today. I decided to do 3 different types. We're gonna do takeout, we're gonna do dine-in, and we're gonna make some homemade grilled cheese. I'm gonna critique each and give you my general consensus on grilled cheese. First, we have takeout. I went over to my local indie cheese place, Cheese's Murphy. Cheese's Murphy specializes in, of course, gourmet grilled cheeses. I went in and picked my favorite, the Gouda old hockey game. Well, that's pretty cheesy. Now I decided to break the barriers and get on back there with him and see how this magic, delicious grilled cheese is made. They start with what every grilled cheese starts with, some bread from a local bakery. They then smother it in butter, load it up with a crap ton of cheese. Like that's a lot of cheese. And then after that, they throw on the rest of the ingredients, and one of the most defining features of this sandwich is the hickory sticks. Nice and crunchy, gives it texture and a delicious smoky flavor. They then use a flat grill to grill it to perfection, and after approximately 4 minutes, I wasn't actually counting, so I was just making up a number, it is ready to go. And since this is takeout, I decided to take it home and see how it would last on the trip outside in this delightfully cold weather. They wrap it in tinfoil to keep that heat in, and with one last goodbye to my cheese comrade, I am out the door. It was about a 5-minute walk home in this bitter cold, but it held up quite nicely. As I was unwrapping it, I could just smell the amazingness creep through my apartment, that I could even hear the dust bunnies yelling that they wanted some. Cheese's Murphy clearly knows what they're doing because this tinfoil held up very nice and kept the cheese very warm. The only issue I had with the grilled cheese was at the end. It did get a tiny little bit soggy, especially those hickory sticks, but the flavor was still there, and it was still warm and delicious. Yay or nay for Cheese's Murphy takeout grilled cheese? Of course, it's a yay! If you're in my area, some of the best grilled cheese you could ever get. Each grilled cheese at Cheese's Murphy will run you approximately $8 to $10. Next up, I headed down the street to a local Irish pub that specializes in local and organic foods. Thankfully, they have grilled cheese on the menu. Otherwise, it would not have made sense for me to go down here. The grilled cheese came with the option to add bacon, and I did what any sane person would have done. I added bacon. As with before, I said screw it to limitations and borders. I want to become best friends with these guys, and I jumped back there to see how this deliciousness is prepared. These guys do it a little differently, and they started it with multigrain bread. Now, as someone who doesn't care about my health, I was a little iffy at first, until they started to butter it up and load it with cheese, and my stomach started to agree. Now, just because I had the option to do it, I got them to put it in the pizza oven for a bit. This worked surprisingly well because it allowed for the crispiness to be evenly distributed amongst all the bread. Now, we aren't reviewing math, so I wasn't actually counting, but it was approximately 2 minutes in the oven, pulled out, and then cut up. Now, to all you naysayers that are like, you can't make grilled cheese with multigrain bread, it's actually really good. In fact, shoot me if you will, but the crust was almost my favorite part of this grilled cheese because it was just so well crispy-nid. Crispy-nid. Now, after leaving it sit for a little bit because I was still full from the grilled cheese I ate about 5 minutes beforehand, the second half did get a little soggy after sitting on it. So I think we can conclude the grilled cheese gets soggy after a while. Now, would I recommend grilled cheese from McCabe's? Yay or nay? Once again, it's grilled cheese, so yay. I probably don't even need to tell you guys this. The grilled cheese at McCabe's with a side will run you approximately $10 to $12. And now for the one that we all know and love, the homemade grilled cheese. I made this grilled cheese with Dempster's white bread, Kraft singles, and Becel margarine. You can make it however you want, but I think the outcome is going to be as equal as mine was. Amazing. I slather both sides of the bread with butter while I'm waiting for the pan to heat up. Spray it with Pam. I don't know why I did that. I guess that's what the butter does. Redundancy. I had actually forgotten what to set the temperature to, so I played around and moved it eventually to 7. I found 7 to be the best. Then I threw that Kraft on, let her heat up to a nice golden crispiness, sliced her up with the biggest knife that I could find in my place, and smothered it in delicious ketchup. Now, would I recommend grilled cheese? I'm not even asked the question. Of course I would recommend grilled cheese. In fact, the conclusion to this video is that they were all amazing, grilled cheese is amazing, and you'd be insane not to think so. A grilled cheese at home will run you approximately $6 to $10 depending on your ingredients, and you'll get approximately a good 10 grilled cheeses out of it. So let me know how you make your grilled cheese and what your favorite type is. down in the comment section below, right underneath that like and subscribe button. And I'd also like to hear some suggestions of things you'd like to see reviewed in the future. As the channel suggests, I review everything. So thanks for watching, and until next time, I'm Liefx, and a goodbye.